everyone, this is your boy ANZGM here, and welcome to a Pokemon discussion thing. Yeah, that is correct. Well, not really discussion, more like a video that I'm gonna be doing, and I want to do this as a series because I don't really see anybody talking about this in terms of in the Pokemon community. It has to do with abilities. So, what this idea that I'm gonna be doing is that I'm gonna be looking at like all the abilities that we have currently. I'm not focusing on the 8th generation abilities because that game hasn't come out yet. So, but we're going to be looking at to see which abilities are good, bad, worthless, the best, busted, and so on. So today we're going to be looking at the top 5 worthless abilities in terms of battling. So whichever ability that has like an overworld effect, we're not focusing on that. That will be in other videos later, like later on. Like this is only purely based on battling. Yeah. So we're basically gonna be doing this list, and I want to see what you guys think of this video topic. I haven't done Pokemon related videos in so long, probably like 3 years already. So yeah, this is probably like a new fresh start and such. So yeah, so here we go. So number 5. Where it's actually 2 abilities, but I put them as one because they focus on the same ability. So we're looking at minus and plus. So basically, what minus and plus does is that with it boosts with minus is as it boosts the special attack stat of a Pokemon if an ally with the plus or minus ability is also in battle, and with vice versa. And in depth effect, when the battling with plus or minus, special attack increases by 50%. Now, with this ability, it's pretty much useless as it is because you would need another Pokemon that has either plus or minus, and vice versa. And this works this works mainly in double battles. You can't really do it in singles because if you do it in singles, then it's completely useless. Like you can't have another Pokemon that has the plus or minus effect. And the only Pokemons that have with the minus one is the Clink the Clink evolution, Electric, and Manectric. Now you're thinking like, why should you have these abilities when there's other abilities? Well, you shouldn't. That's the whole point. But with the plus one, it also Plusle has it, and also with the Clink evolution, along with the Mirror evolution and Dende. Now with these abilities, you don't really want to use them in battle, like in terms of battle. They don't have an overall effect, so that itself is completely useless as it is. That's just my opinion for number 5. There's more useless abilities as it is that generally you don't really use in terms of your gameplay or in battle. So yeah, so plus and minus fits at number 5. So here comes number 4. Number 4 would be magma armor. Now like I said before, we're not talking about the overworld effect because that is considered one of the best abilities in terms of the overworld effect. But in terms of like gameplay and like with battling, what it does is that this Pokemon is covered with magma, which prevents the Pokemon from becoming frozen. And with the in-depth effect, this Pokemon cannot be frozen while having this ability. So the only Pokemon that has this is Slugma, Macargro, and Cameron. But these 3 Pokemon are fire types, and normally when a fire type gets frozen, it doesn't they thaw off immediately. Now in terms of like when this ability was released, probably in 3rd generation, fire types couldn't really get out of frozen, which was kind of weird because fire melts ice, but hey, it's whatever. But later on in the generations, fire types can easily get out of the frozen status and just get out like at the next turn. There's really no point to this ability. This ability is basically outdated of what it seems it used to be. So, but if you have any of these Pokemon with it, I suggest you don't have it. But if you're doing it for the overall effect, then you should have another Pokemon with that, and then you do the egg hatching like method and such. But that's going to be considered number 4, and now we're going to go to number 3. Number 3 would be basically Defiance. So Defiance is only on one Pokemon, but it's pretty much the only Pokemon that doesn't have like another ability or a hidden ability, which is Archeops and such. So what this ability does, halves the Pokemon attack and special attack stat when it becomes less or half or less. And by the in-depth effect is basically the Pokemon's attack and special attack is half when its hit points are below 50% of maximum. So basically, this Pokemon itself is a glass cannon. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, what it makes up is with its highest attack stat, special attack, and speed. But if you're underneath 50%, then the attack and special attack is half. So let's say your attack stat is 140 max. It's gonna be 70%. It's 70 hit, and the special attack 112 is gonna be 66. So underneath 50%. So you can only use it in like 1 or 2 turn battles without trying to get like hit as much. Yeah, sure you could recover it with with a citrus berry or with any other healing effect or have a Pokemon next to it and heal it itself. But that requires a lot of setup if you're really required to do it. But yeah, underneath, but after that Pokemon being half of 50%, it's pretty much useless at that point because you're not gonna be able to do your full attack as it is. Yes, above 50%. It's gonna be really good. Like it's gonna be a hard hitter as it is, but underneath it, it's gonna be really bad. And plus, its defenses isn't really well. It's like 65 and 75 HP bulk. So if it gets hit by a super effective hit, it's gonna pretty much die in one hit. So that's that's the way I see it. So that's it for number 3, and we're going on to number 2. Number 2 would be Klutz. So I was gonna put this at number 1, but my opinion, the number 1 worst ability ever is gonna be something else. So what Klutz does is basically the Pokemon cannot use any held items. And in-depth effect is that the Pokemon cannot receive any effect of the hold items except those that affect experience, such as experience share or macho bracelet. So I don't know why they made this ability in the first place. It has absolute no use in terms of battling and the overall effect, unless you're holding an experience share or macho bracelet. But the experience share is now a key item from 6th generation and onwards, and the macho brace, I don't really know how anybody uses the macho brace. There's other methods that you could work on your stats along with EVs and IVs. So those two are completely like bad. If you were going under 5th generation and below, then experience share does have an effect, but either way, you shouldn't really be having this ability in itself. So basically, the only Pokemon that has this ability is Baneri, Lopunny, Woobat, Swobat, Golett, Gorluk, Stuffle, Beware, and Audino. So, but these Pokemon already have other abilities that are really good at best, but the abilities that do have it, it's way better than Klutz. That's what I'm trying to get at. If you do happen to get a Pokemon with Klutz, then just leave it as it is. You shouldn't be really using it in terms of gameplay. But with competitive, you should never use that ability. Never at all. Like, just don't. Like, that ability itself is completely useless, and you shouldn't be using it at all. So that is it for number 2, and we're going to go for number 1. Now, number 1 will be Tinted Lens. Now, this ability, in my opinion, is it should never be used at all. Like, nothing. And I mean nothing. Like, you should not have this ability regardless. So what this ability does is that the Pokemon can use not very effective moves to deal regular damage. And then the power of not very effective moves is doubled. So if I'm reading this correctly, the Pokemon itself, if it uses a move that has a not very effective moves on the other Pokemon, like let's say if you use a bug move against a steel type move, the not a very effective move is boosted by by double. But the thing is that if you have common sense, you shouldn't be doing that at all unless the trainer itself like switches, and then it does that. This application alone shouldn't exist in the first place because you're not gonna kill the Pokemon with or damage it a bit with a not a very effective move. And the Pokemon that does have it is Venema, Venomoth, Illumis, Young Mega, Butterfree, Hoo-Hoo, Doctaro, Mothith, and I don't know how to say the last one. These Pokemon alone have already abilities that you can run, but at the same time, if you do have this ability, I guess in gameplay it has a niche, but that niche becomes really unrelevant when you go further into the game. Like you really don't have any. You shouldn't be using it at all. Like that's just my opinion. And of course, those Pokemon that has as a hidden ability. Why would you focus on that Pokemon to get that ability as a hidden ability? Like there's way better um, abilities that you can run for that Pokemon to do much better. But yeah, that's basically it, you guys. So I was gonna do a top 10, but that requires a lot more research, and then the only way I was able to do that, I was probably have to take time for it. So that's pretty much my video for top 5 worthless abilities in terms of battling. Now, if you guys really like this, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I haven't done the Pokemon video related in so long that I want to do these, and especially with abilities. It'll be really great for something fresh and fresh again in the channel, and and such like that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed what you saw, like I said, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, and Twitter. They're both links will be in the link description down below. Share this with your friends, family, see what they think. And as always, you guys, stay tuned for the next video. If you guys want to see another video of this, leave a comment down below and suggest which ability video I should do next, which is the good, bad, busted, whichever one. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. This is your boy Anzi GM here, and he is out of here. Later!